What's up, dude? Over the years, I've noticed that when I upload a recipe to YouTube that hits these 3 different criteria points, it always does better. The first one is that the dish is relatively affordable. The second is beginner friendly or relatively easy to pull off. And the third is it just absolutely smacks you in the face with flavor. So today I'm gonna show you a dish that has all 3 in spades. It's become one of my new favorite comfort food recipes, chicken fricassee. Now let's go. Now for starters, you're gonna need some chicken, and I separated my own chicken legs, but if you want to just buy drums and thighs separately, that's fine as well. It doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna start just by hitting these with a very light layer of olive oil. And this really just helps the seasoning stick. That's all that is, sort of like a binder in the barbecue world. And then I'm gonna hit these with a little bit of rosemary salt. If you know, you know. It's a homemade seasoning we make on the channel. And it probably just improved about 1 million Thanksgivings all across America. If you want to learn how to make it, I'll put a link to that recipe and video down in the description underneath this one. And I suggest you do. Also subscribe to this channel, because we're obviously the most awesome cooking channel ever. I mean, probably. And now into a large saute pan over medium-high heat, I'm adding clarified butter. But you could definitely just use oil or butter that hasn't been clarified. Just make sure you turn the temp down a little bit if you haven't clarified it. And we'll add our chicken in, skin side down. Sear them for 3 to 4 minutes per side, or just until they're nice and golden brown and looking a little sexy. Then just get them out and set them on something for later. And right here in this same pan, we have all that clarified butter, chicken fat, all the fond on the bottom. So now what I'm gonna do is take these cremini mushrooms that have been cleaned and quartered, and we're just gonna dump them in and let them cook in all that delicious fat. Just a little pinch of salt with those mushrooms as well. And we'll just cook them down in this pan for about 6 or 7 minutes, or until they just have some nice color on them. And while those mushrooms cook, I'm gonna take a separate pan here, the one in which we'll actually simmer everything in. And I'll add a little more clarified butter. And we're gonna add a yellow onion that's been large diced, as well as some carrots, which isn't usually normal in fricassee, but it only does it a lot of good if you ask me. It adds a little sweetness. After about 7 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and add some fresh garlic, thinly sliced. And we'll just cook this down for about 2 minutes. Next, we're adding some all-purpose flour here. And so basically what we're doing is just building a little roux in this pan. And like any good roux, you definitely want to cook this out for at least 3 to 4 minutes to cook off any of that raw flour taste. So just let it roll. Next, we're gonna add dry white wine. And if you don't cook with wine, you could just add a little bit of white wine vinegar and lemon juice combined, like a 50-50 blend, and then quarter the amount, right? So if you use a cup of wine, use a 1/4 cup of that mixture, and that should help. And now back to the mushrooms here. You see there's a lot of fond at the bottom of this pan. I'm just gonna pour a little stock. That's just chicken stock, just so I can scrape all of that flavor off. And then we'll add those mushrooms straight to the rest of our mixture here. Wow, look at these flavors we're building, right? It smells amazing in here already. And then the rest of our chicken stock goes in at this point right here. Just simmer that mixture away for about 5 minutes. Then you can just add all your chicken back in, trying to leave that skin side up. And if any juices came out of your chicken on that plate while you rested it, just throw those in as well. Waste not, want not. Also gonna throw a little bay leaf in there, as well as a couple little sprigs of fresh thyme. Make sure you submerge them down. Now I'll just reduce that heat down to a simmer so it's just gently bubbling away. You don't want this to be too hot. And then we're gonna pop a lid on it for now and let this go for about 10-12 minutes. Now before moving on, if you are a coffee person, let me show you something really fun I've been using to make my espresso. It's called Flair Classic, the sponsor of today's video. And it's a completely manual lever espresso press that lets you brew true cafe quality espresso at home. There are no electronics, no cords. It's entirely human powered, and that's what I love about it. And what I think makes this so unique is now you can get into making great espresso at home without having to spend a fortune on an espresso maker. The frame is all metal and compact, so it fits easily on a countertop or shelf. And inside the box, you'll get 2 portafilters. The red one here is the beginner-friendly version, and the black one is a bottomless portafilter for more advanced home barista setups. And if you're just starting out, you can use that red portafilter to begin making great espresso in just minutes. You simply just pack the grounds, add boiling water, and then lower the lever while staying within the espresso range on the pressure gauge. But if you prefer dialing things in with a burr grinder, you can use that bottomless portafilter to take your shots to another level. And cleanup is also incredibly simple. Just rinse all the parts with water. It's as easy as that. I mean, this really is the most accessible way to make great espresso at home. So instead of shelling out on a super expensive coffee machine, why not pick up one of these for $149? And they are currently offering 10% off the Flair Classic just for my viewers. Simply just click the link down in the description and use code ThatDudeCanBrew. And this discount code will be valid through December, so don't hesitate. Thank you, Flair, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to the recipe. recipe. And after your time has elapsed, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that lid off, and we're gonna keep that low simmer going. And then we're gonna let this cook uncovered for another 15 or 20 minutes. Really depends on the size of your chicken. If you have really big thighs, go towards 30 minutes. If you have small ones like I do, 15 to 20 should be fine. And when your time is up, we're gonna go ahead and now take all our chicken out of the sauce and just set it on a plate over here. You can also get out the thyme and the bay leaf. And what we're left with here is our sauce. Now we're gonna finish this with a little heavy cream and a couple other simple things. And it may seem silly to you, but I'm actually gonna do this by color. The cream, because I don't want it to get too white. So start with just a little. Let's do just a little more. And that's all our cream in. That was just half a cup. You can add more based on your preference, but this looks good to me. And so I'm just gonna simmer this down for another few minutes just to re-thicken it up a little bit. And we're also gonna take a separate bowl with just a teaspoon or two of Dijon mustard and then ladle some of our sauce over. Give that a really good mix and then pour it back to your sauce. This just ensures there's no lumps left, because if you add Dijon straight to the sauce, it never really works in that well. And then just a little squeeze of lemon to finish, not much at all, no more than a teaspoon. At this point, I'm just gonna kill the heat and then just drop my chicken back in. Basically what we're gonna do now is to let this chicken rest in that liquid for about 10 or 15 minutes. It's just gonna relax into there and get way more tender. Trust me, this actually works. But having said that, if you wanna eat it right away, you absolutely can. And then right before serving it, we'll just hit it with a little fresh chopped Italian parsley, and happy days, my friends. Let's give this thing a taste with Marcus. Allow me to serve you, Marcus. Here we go. Wait for me though, dude. Wait for me, come on now. If you guys are looking for ideas on what to serve this with, mashed potatoes is the obvious one, but you could have this with rice, pasta, egg noodles, roasted vegetables, some bread, just suck up all the sauce. I mean, my God.
I'd probably go bread and butter and mashed potatoes.
Yeah, or all of the above, mixed into a paste and deep fried, I don't know.
Oh, not a hand food.
You know, it's getting cold here in Austin, finally, and this is the kind of dish, everything melts away. You just eat it and you just like, you know what I mean? You forget about all your problems.
Risk it all.
Wow, the chicken's perfectly cooked. That sauce has so much flavor. If you're a fan of mushrooms, just freaking delicious. A little bit of Dijon in there. Like, I really want mashed potatoes.
If you're scared of cooking, chicken thighs, it's so good. They're cheap as hell. This was not a very difficult thing.
It wasn't difficult, right? You guys saw the video, like.
If you wanted, you could do it all in one pan, probably. That's great. Coq au vin territory.
It's almost like chicken stroganoff in the best way possible.
Make it.
Make it. Thanks for watching today, my friend, and if you're a fan of written recipes, definitely check out my Master in the Making ebook. I'll have that linked down in the description. And if you're keen to learn some more recipes like the one I shared today, this coq au vin, absolutely incredible, and this chicken adobo, my God, you cannot go wrong with that. That definitely fits those 3 criteria the best. Thanks for watching, and happy cooking to you. I'll see you next time. You know I love you. I'm a little sick, and I'm out.